What song will be still relevant in 200 years? I mean, as a folk musician old time, Irish, Scottish, English and some Swedish, I routinely play songs that are 100–500 years old. This is largely an oral tradition, so the songs tend to change slightly over time. But as a classical musician, you might play everything from medieval to Baroque and it will sound very close to the original, because it was recorded in sheet music. Because the internet exists, I feel like the most likely song in this whole comments section to still be relevant 200 years from now is Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley, because it's one of the biggest, longest lasting meme of all time. Lol. There are a lot of great songs, but great doesn't always stay relevant when new music is being pumped out on the daily. If you're talking about timeless music, the whole David Bowie album Station to Station and the Radiohead album The Bins are the most timeless albums I've ever heard. If you're talking cultural relevance, I'd say the song The Times Era Changin' is probably going to carry the most cultural relevance in 200 years. We don't really have songs in original recorded quality that are even 100 years old, but that's largely due to the technology not being invented. But TBF, we've really made some incredible stuff in the last 60-odd years. I imagine that whatever sport is still around will probably still be bumping Seven Nation Army. I was thinking about this recently, and you know what, dude? Free Bird. I think that guitar solo will be used as a case study in music classes for the rest of our species' time on Earth. It's the end of the world as we know it. By Ram. We're all secretly scared about it at night before falling asleep sometimes. I know you are, so just get over yourself. Almost none of them. Most songs from 100 years ago are irrelevant now unless there's a whole secret cabal of people listening to Glenn Miller that I don't know about. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Not only the title track but the whole album. Absolutely revolutionary for music at the time. Sogno di volare. It'll be humanity's anthem. We finally becomes a stellar civilization. X equals -b, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. All over 2a to the tune of Pop Goes the Weasel. Duh, Hey Jude, it will be played in the honky-tonks on the very far ends of the beams, and yet all will still know how it goes. Fleur-Elise by Beethoven. It's 213 years old and still going strong, so I guess it will easily cope with another 200 years. Beethoven and Debussy probably, as they made it decently far so far. Also more versions of House of the Rising Sun, All Along the Watchtower. Hendrix's version will be around as long as our species is capable of preserving music. Wappan Anaconda, truly the epitome of class and intelligence, as well as just being role models to the youth. A chant. When Margaret dies, we gonna have a party, we gonna have a party. Year 3000 by Busted. People will still be excited by its visionary portrait of the future up to nigh 2999. People in 2223 trying to figure out what significance of the blue Smurf cat. We live, we love, we lie. As long as the NBA or NFL exists, the 1991 dance hit Get Ready for This will continue to be played. Tchaikovsky 1812 Overture full with cannons. I'm never gonna give you up, never gonna dance again. The Way I Danced with You. Bye Bye Miss American Pie will be sung into infinity, though the lyrics will not make any sense. Any song that was relevant 200 years ago and is relevant today will be in 200 years. The Mario Brothers theme song, because Nintendo won't let that franchise die. Ever. Electric Eye by Judas Priest. It's about the government spying on you with cameras. Killing in the name of. Because there will always be killing in the name of. Amazing Grace. Era by J.S. Bach, the go-to song for 99 of people at the wedding, the most widely sung song covered by the Beatles. Happy Birthday to You, Oh My Darling, Clementine by Percy Montrose, circa 1884, 139 years old song. This, Seven Nation Army by White Stripes CO. Its use as a football sports anthem, We Are the Champions, will still probably be used for championship winners. Buddy Holly Weezer. Even in death, he will still look like Buddy Holly. Bob Dylan, The Times Era Changin', and also John Lennon, Imagine. It's certain which one, but will be something by Rage Against the Machine. This Is America by Childish Gambino. Chronicled the start of the fall. Rebecca Black, Friday. This is a song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. That one annoying Christmas song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Any song written by the Beatles. Any of them. All of them. Money, The Warning. Prayer, Disturbed. Music, Madonna. Never Eat. My eyes have seen the glory of the trampoline at the zoo. Bars are still gonna play Closing Time at closing time. My heart will go on. I personally don't like this song. Better question is what songs won't. National Anthem. Never Gonna Give You Up, 'cause we never gonna give it up. If you tolerate this, then your children will be next. Something by Elvis, the Beatles or David Hasselhoff. Star Spangled Banner, it'll be the world anthem.